If you travel to Vietnam, you'll know that Vietnamese coffee culture is absolutely insane. From the iconic Café du Monde on the street side to the viral egg coffee that's been popping up all over the internet, I'm going to show you 5 cafe classics that you can totally master at home. But here's the thing, most people brew Vietnamese coffee completely wrong. And the difference between a decent cup of coffee and an amazing one is one simple technique that you're probably skipping. So let's brew. So in the Western world, we tend to rely on these $1,000 expensive espresso machines to give us beautiful, rich, full-body coffee, right? But in Vietnam, for centuries, we've been using this. This is called a phin, and this is the iconic traditional Vietnamese coffee filter. There's 4 pieces to it, and although it looks simple, there's actually an art to how you use this thing. So let me show you how this thing works, and we're gonna start with the foundation, which is how to brew a perfect Café du Monde black coffee. So for this, we're gonna need a Vietnamese phin filter, we're gonna need some hot water, and of course, some coffee. So when you go to Vietnam and get the coffee, they tend to use Robusta beans. In North America, a lot of us grew up with this brand, which is Café du Monde. Café du Monde is actually a blend of both Arabica and Robusta beans. And they also add chicory, which gives it a really nice fragrance and a little bit of a bitter note, which is why it's often used by Vietnamese restaurants and in Vietnamese households, because it's very, very reminiscent of the coffee that we get back home. So for nostalgia, I'm gonna be using Café du Monde today. You can also use Nguyen coffee supply. It's really, really good for authentic Vietnamese coffee. So to make our delectable black coffee base, we're gonna start by adding 3 tablespoons of coffee into the phin. Give it a gentle tap to level the grounds, then drop the press firmly on top. Now, this is the legit technique that I learned in Vietnam. This is called a double bloom. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of hot water into the upside down lid. Set the phin right on top of it, and then add another 2 tablespoons of water over the press. So the process of blooming allows all these trapped gases to be released from the coffee grounds. So then when we add water later on, it's gonna be able to soak evenly and we're gonna be able to extract beautiful, rich flavors from it. If we skip this step, the water is just gonna quickly run through all the grounds and you're gonna end up with the flat, watery, sour coffee. The result that we're gonna be looking for later is like a thick, syrupy concentrate. So blooming should take around 2 minutes. Once those 2 minutes are up and all the water has been absorbed, fill the chamber with hot water. Remember that your water shouldn't be rushing to flow through the filter. You should be hearing a gentle pitter-patter as that beautiful black coffee percolates through the phin. So just let that drip for 5 to 7 minutes. And if you notice that the phin is low on water, you can top it up a little bit more, okay? But I wouldn't top it up more than twice. And that's it, that's our foundation. This is Café du Monde, which is a classic black coffee. But why stop there? So I'm gonna show you how most of the population prefers to drink the coffee, which is Café du Monde. Let's start with sweetened condensed milk, and you know I want you to use Longevity brand. Now add your black coffee and stir, stir, stir. You want that dark coffee to turn into this beautiful, rich caramel color. And that's pretty much it. Just add some ice and give it a good shake. Oh, so good. No matter where I am, this is what Vietnamese coffee tastes like. It always brings me home. So the next thing we're gonna make is the viral egg coffee. If you haven't had this before, it's like liquid tiramisu. It's a dessert in a cup. To make the custard, we're gonna need 2 egg yolks. Make sure they're fresh, room temp, and pasteurized. You can pasteurize eggs yourself by submerging them in water at 140 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 minutes. Tablespoon of sugar. If you like it sweeter, you can also add a tablespoon of condensed milk as well. Now, whisk this thing for 5 minutes. I'm using an electric whisk today, and I want it to double in volume and turn this pale, creamy yellow, just like this. Gently pour this thick, velvety cloud over your black coffee. It should float and sit perfectly on the coffee, creating those beautiful light and dark layers. And let's not forget to top it with some cocoa powder for that perfect finishing touch. I mean, damn girl, no wonder this thing went viral. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's just nothing like it. I haven't had anything like this before. I know some people like to mix it up, but I actually prefer to drink it like this because I love that contrast. You have that dark, full body coffee at the bottom, and then this layer of light, custardy goodness right at the top, and it's topped with cocoa powder too. So when you take a sip, it's kind of like tiramisu in liquid form. So good. Now, if you love the taste of Café Soda, but you find that the taste of coffee or the caffeine is a little bit too much for you, you've got to try Baksu. So it's mostly gonna be milk and just a splash of coffee. So let's start with 2 tablespoons of condensed milk at the bottom of a tall glass. Then fill the glass with lots of ice, pour in about a half cup of fresh whole milk, which is gonna give it that creamy latte-like body. To get the coffee foam, we're gonna add some of our black coffee along with a little bit of sugar to a cup, and using an electric milk frother, whisk it for about 30 seconds. It should look like whipped chocolate. Watch how the dark coffee slowly marbles down through the white milk. It's the most satisfying part of the process. I mean, this is basically a Vietnamese macchiato, and it's the ultimate afternoon pick-me-up. This one is so refreshing. It's definitely lighter than a Café Soda. So if you're not a frequent coffee drinker or you're sensitive to caffeine, I highly recommend this one. It's really, really good. If you love the combination of sweet salty, like the taste of salted caramel, or dark chocolate with little flakes of sea salt in it, you're gonna love this next one. It's called Café Muối, and it's been taking over Saigon by storm. So let's start with a little bit of condensed milk and black coffee, and we're gonna make a less sweetened Café Soda. Once we have that, fill your glass up with ice, and let's start working on the salted cream. So we're gonna need a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream and a teaspoon of fine sea salt. Don't be scared, it's gonna be amazing. Froth this until it's thick and velvety, but still pourable. You want it to look like melted soft serve ice cream, okay? Not whipped cream. I've made that mistake so many times. So it should look just like this. Take your Café Soda base and pour that salted cloud right on top. The salt doesn't really make the coffee salty, guys. Don't worry. It cuts through the bitterness and makes the chocolate notes explode. I thought this thing was just a trendy fad, but it's actually so good. Top it with a little bit of cinnamon to tie it all together, and there we have it. And finally, we have Café Côte d'Or, which is coconut cream coffee. If you love blended drinks like frappuccinos, you're gonna love this one. We're gonna need to make a sort of coconut slushy. So to your blender cup, add half cup of coconut cream, some condensed milk, and lots of ice. Blend this until it's thick, snowy, and holds its shape. It should look something like sorbet. Now, gently scoop that coconut snow right on top of your black coffee. Don't stir it yet, okay? You want that beautiful mountain of coconut just sitting in a pool of dark, hot coffee. It's the best way to cool down on a hot day. And that's it. 5 iconic Vietnamese drinks, 1 simple filter, and 0 expensive equipment needed. And I think that's why I love Vietnamese food and coffee so much, because it's not trying to be fancy, but it still feels special every time. I've linked everything that I use below, so check those out if you want to recreate any of these. And if you've watched this entire video but you're still not ready to make these drinks, I gotcha. I actually recently tested a Starbucks order which comes surprisingly close to Café Soda. I have that exact order detailed on my blog, which I'm gonna link below, so check it out if you want that hack. But for now, I think I'm gonna stick to this delicious egg coffee. See you guys next time.